Okay, so let's start the today's session. In the last session, we have taken one problem on Rayleigh-Ritz method, right? In the last lecture, we have taken just a single problem on a Rayleigh-Ritz method. Okay, so let's take one more problem on this. Okay, so once we have finished with this one, we can start with the shape functions for 1D element, right? So I'll just write down the name of the method again. Rayleigh-Ritz method. I'll just write down Rayleigh-Ritz method. Rayleigh-Ritz method. Rayleigh-Ritz method mapped over general element. Rayleigh-Ritz method mapped over general element. Okay, so this is basically the name of the method. Rayleigh-Ritz method mapped over general element. Okay, now let's take the problem. Let's take the problem. Okay, develop the finite element equation. Develop the finite element equation for the most general element, using Rayleigh-Ritz method, for mathematical model, for the mathematical model d square theta by dx square minus m square theta is equal to 0. Minus m square theta, I'll just write minus m square theta is equal to 0, where theta is equal to tx minus t infinity, where theta is given by tx minus t infinity. M square is given by hp divided by KAC. Okay, for value of x, it is greater than or equal to L, or it is less, okay, greater than or equal to 0, or less than or equal to L, right? So this is a problem which is given. Dou square theta by dou x square minus m square theta is equal to 0. Theta is given by tx minus t infinity. M square is given by hp divided by k into AC. For x less than or equal to L, or it is greater than or equal to 0, right? So this is the problem which we are supposed to solve. Okay, so such sort of term like m is given by hp by KAC. Okay, so such term you will come across in thermal engineering. Okay, so this formula, it is basically written for fin. Okay, so in thermal engineering you will see the types of fins: fin of finite length, fin of infinite length. Okay, fin of finite length losing heat at the tip, fin of finite length insulated at the tip. So such cases you will see. I will not go into the detail of that. We are interested to solve this equation. So this equation is basically going to predict heat transfer through a fin. Okay, so it will predict what is the amount of heat transfer during the fin. Okay, so see, fin, what is the purpose of the fin? Purpose of the fin is to increase the heat transfer. Okay, so on the engines, you can see the fins on the engines at the outer surface. Okay, you will get some grooves on the outer surface of the engine. So they are nothing but the fins. So purpose of the fin is to increase the heat transfer. So we are interested to calculate the heat transfer by solving this particular equation. Okay, we need to solve this mathematical model. Okay, so let me, as like previous problem. Okay, Okay, I will just simply mark a diagram for the fin. Okay, so let's consider this is a fixed support. This is basically the fixed support. Okay, and to this fixed support, okay, we have this as a fin. Okay, this is a fin. This is the fin. Same diagram I have drawn in the last lecture only. Okay, so this is a fin basically, right? This is a fin, right? So what is the total length of the fin? The total length of the fin is L. L is the total length of the fin, right? And which is basically fixed at one end, right? Now see, what we will do here is we will divide this fin into number of small parts. Okay, we will divide this fin into number of small parts. Okay, so I will start. Okay, this might be my fin number 1, right? This might be fin number 2. Okay, so as like that, we have many number of fin or smaller parts. Okay, let's say we have total n number of fins, total n number of parts. See, basically what I done, what is the total length of the fin? It's L. So this L I will be dividing into number of small parts. And so those small parts are nothing but elements. So element number 1, element number 2, up to I will have n number of elements. Okay. Now see, from that, what I will do is I will just take a most general element. I will just take the most general element. Let's consider the okay, one element here. Okay, let's consider one element. Okay, so out of those many number of elements, I will consider a single element, and that element I will call it as element number E. Okay, which are having two nodes, node number 1 and 2. Okay, now see, if you measure the location of node 2 with respect to node 1, it is called as local coordinate system. Local coordinate system. Okay, and local coordinate system, it is indicated by X bar. Repeat, I'll repeat. If you measure the location of node 2 with respect to node 1, it is called as local coordinate system. Okay, but if you measure the location of node 2 with respect to fixed support, see, this is your fixed support, right? This is the fixed support basically. This is a fixed support, right? If you measure the location of node 2 with respect to fixed support, it is called as global coordinate system, and which is indicated by X. Try to understand. If you measure the location of 2 with respect to 1, it is called as local. But if you measure the location of 2 with respect to this fixed support, it is called as global coordinate system, right? So what is the distance between this? Okay, global coordinate system and local coordinate system, the distance is XA. Okay, so distance between global coordinate and local coordinate is XA, right? This is the distance. Okay, now what is the location of node 2 with respect to this fixed support? It is XA plus you should have some length. Okay, so I'll just write down this length. Length of the element I will indicate it by LE. LE is the length of the element, right? So what is the location of node 2 with respect to 1? It is LE. What is the location of node 2 with respect to this fixed support? It is XA plus LE, right? It is XA plus LE, right? It is XA plus LE. Have you understood this one or not? Let me know. Have you understood this one?
Sir, repeat करो ना sir.
क्या हुआ?
Repeat करो ना sir ये वाला.
See, have you joined late?
नहीं sir.
Okay, see, all of you consider. Okay, I am interested to solve this equation. So for solving this equation, what I'll do? Okay, I will consider. Okay, the length element of length L. This element of length L, I will divide into small. Okay, many number of elements. Out of those many number of elements, I will consider a single element. That element I will call it as E. That element will be between two nodes, node 1 and 2, which is having length LE, right? Now, what is the location of node 2 with respect to node 1? It is LE. Okay, and such system it is called as a local coordinate system. But now, what is the location of node 2 with respect to this fixed support? Okay, location of node 2 with respect to fixed support is XA plus LE. XA plus LE, right? See, when you locate 2 with respect to 1, it is called as local coordinate system. It is indicated by X bar. But when you locate 2 with respect to fixed support, it is called as a global coordinate system, which is indicated by X. Now, what is the distance between this local, global and local? It is XA. So what is the location of 2 with respect to 1? It is LE. But what is the location of 2 with respect to this fixed support? It is XA plus LE. Right? Is it okay or not? Let me know.
That's true.
Okay. Now see, here, if value of X, try to understand here. Okay, if value of X is 0 here, okay, value of X is 0 here, then what is the value of X here? It's LE, right? X here is 0, X here is LE. Right now, let us solve this. Let's solve this equation. Let us solve this equation. Okay. Now I'm interested to get the global position. So global position is indicated by X. So global position is given by local position plus distance between global and local, right? Global position X, it is indicated by local position plus what? Plus what? Distance between global and local. That is X, right? Is it okay or not? So let us take derivative now. What is the value of dx? Just take the derivative. Derivative of x is dx. Derivative of xa is 0. What is the derivative of x bar? It is dx bar. Derivative of x bar is dx bar. Right? Now what I will do? Okay, this equation, in this equation, I will replace dx by dx bar. Right? In this equation, I will replace dx by dx bar. Okay. So I will write down this equation as d square theta by dx square. Okay, dx bar square minus m square theta is equal to 0. Simple. What I've done, I replace x by x bar. Okay. Now see. Now what I will do, I will write down the approximate solution. So let theta is given by let theta e. Okay, I will just write down these other theta e. Right. So let theta e is equal to theta approximate. What are the solution for the theta which I'll be assuming? It will be approximate, right? I will assume the solution. See, I'm interested to get the expression for the theta. So I need to write down the approximate solution. So that solution I'm writing as an approximate solution. So as this is approximate, what happens is this d square theta e stands for only element. Okay, upon dx bar square minus m square theta e. Okay, and minus m square theta e. Here only I will make theta e. Okay, this will not be equal to 0 because your solution is approximate. So as it is not equal to 0, we will call this term as a residue, right? See, here you can see the right hand side is equal to 0, but once you assume it to be approximate solution, what happens? Your right hand side will not be equal to 0. Okay, why it is not equal to 0? Because your solution is approximate. So whenever your solution is approximate, your right side will not be equal to 0. There is some error, and that error we will call it as residue. And we are interested to make this residue to be equal to 0. Right? We want this residue to be equal to 0. Okay, so now let us solve this. We are interested to solve it, right? So let's solve this equation now. Okay, so I'll just write down. So value of r is given by d square theta e by dx bar square minus m square theta e. Okay, so this is the value for r. This is the value for r, right? This is the value for r. Now we are interested to solve this equation. Okay, we want to now solve. Okay, now we need to solve this equation, right? So in order to solve this equation, what we will do? Okay, so see, this is Rayleigh-Ritz method, which is weighted residual equation. Okay, so we will write down weighted residual equation. Let's write down. So weighted residual equation is given by, okay, we are interested to write down the weighted residual equation. What is the weighted residual equation? 0 is equal to integration ohm into wi into r into dx, right? So this is our weighted residual equation. Now we need to solve this weighted residual equation. But see, instead of dx, I should write down dx bar. So I'll just make it dx bar. Now we will put those values. Let's put the value. So 0 is equal to integration. Now we need to put the limit for the integration. You can see what is the minimum value of x? It's a 0. And what is the maximum value of x? It is L, right? So we have the limits from 0 to L. See, what does it basically stands? What is the minimum length of the element? It's 0. And what is the maximum length? It's LE, right? Because LE is the length of the element. So minimum will be 0 and maximum will be LE. So that will put, so this is 0 to LE, weight function into R. Okay, R, this term I will write down as this. So this is d square theta e by dx bar square minus m square theta e. Okay, this is your R into dx bar, right? Now let us multiply it. Okay, let's multiply. I'll just multiply this to this. So what I will get, 0 is equal to integration 0 to LE Wi, okay, into this term, that is d square theta e by dx bar square, this term, okay. See this into this minus, you can check it. M square is a common value, right? M square, it's a constant value, right? So I'll just take it M square outside. What is remaining is 0 to LE, okay, Wi. See, 0 to LE Wi into M square theta e, right? M square theta e, okay, into theta e, okay, into dx bar. Okay, here should be also, here should be dx bar, and this is minus, okay, minus, right? Right, now let us solve this. Let us solve this. How we will solve this equation? In order to solve this equation, okay, we will just focus on this first term. Okay, so for that, what is integration uv dx? Okay, first into integration of second minus integration derivative of first into integration of second, okay, dx. Okay, first into integration of second minus integration derivative of first integration of second dx, right? So let's solve this. Let us solve this equation. Okay, so we'll just do this for this particular thing. Okay, we will just do it for first thing, right? So first term, so 0 is equal to, okay, I will just write down 0 is equal to first term, I will write down as it is. First term, it's wi. So wi, I will write down as it is. Integration of second. So integration of d square theta by dx square. Obviously, it is d theta e by dx. So this is d theta e by dx bar. Okay, first into integration of second. Okay, so when you integrate, you need to give the limit, that is 0 to LE. See, first term as it is into integration of second. Integration of d square is, okay, integration of second derivative is first derivative, right? Minus integration, minus integration. So when you write down the integration, you need to put the limits for the integration, that is 0 to LE. Derivative of first, okay, so first term is wi, so its derivative is dwi, okay, by dx bar. Derivative of first we have written, integration of second, so integration of this d square theta, so it is obviously d theta e by dx bar. Okay, see this integration d theta e by dx bar, okay, into dx bar, right? Into dx bar. See first into integration of second minus integration derivative of first integration of second dx. See what is that, is what is it, right? Minus that second term I will write down as it is, minus m square 0 to LE wi into theta e into dx bar. Wi into theta e into dx bar. Right? Is there any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, now see, once we integrated, obviously we need to put the limits for the integration. Okay, so let us put this limit here. So 0 is equal to, see, this total term when x is LE minus this total term when x is 0. This is how you'll put upper limit minus lower limit. Okay, so I'll just put it. So weight function at LE, okay, this weight function at LE into this term when LE, that is d theta e by dx bar when x bar is equal to LE, right? So this is, you have put it upper limit, right? You have put it upper limit minus, now we need to put lower limit, weight function when 0, when weight function when 0, and into this term d theta e by dx bar when x bar is equal to 0, right? When x bar is equal to 0. See this when LE into this when LE minus, okay, minus what? This when 0 into this when 0. So that is what is written, upper limit minus lower limit. And now these two terms, okay, I'll just write down as it is here. So I'll just write down this as 0 to LE, okay, dwi by dx bar into d theta e by dx bar into dx bar. See this term I have written as it is, minus m square 0 to LE wi theta e dx bar. Okay, dx bar. Is it okay, all of you? Is it okay or not? Let me know. Okay, now what we will do? Okay, now what we'll do? You can see this term. Okay, these two terms we will bring it on the left hand side, right? So they becomes the positive. Okay, so they becomes the positive. These two terms, minus term, these two terms, we'll bring it on the left hand side. So these they become positive. So I'll just write down these as 0 to LE, this term, dwi by dx bar into d theta e, you can see this, into dx upon dx bar into dx bar plus m square 0 to LE wi into theta e dx bar. Okay, so these two terms I bring it on the left hand side, and these two terms I will keep it on the right hand side only. Okay, so is equal to, okay, let's see how I'm writing this term. Okay, so is equal to weight function at 0 into minus d theta e by dx bar when x bar is equal to 0, right? When x bar is equal to 0, just check it. This term I've written like this. Okay, plus this term plus weight function at LE, weight function at LE into bracket this term d theta e by dx bar when x bar is equal to LE, when x bar is equal to LE. Right? Is it okay? Is it okay, all of you, with this equation? See, both are one and same. These two terms I bring it on the left hand side. Okay, and this term I've written like this. Okay, this minus sign I'll give it to this term. Okay, is it okay? All of you, let me know. Is it okay? Right? Now let's okay. Now what? See, instead of carrying this term throughout the solution, what I will do, I will call this term sometime as Q1 and this term as Q2. Okay, so let me rewrite it. So 0 to LE, this I'll write down 0 to LE, dwi by dx bar into d theta e by dx bar, okay, into dx bar plus m square. See, these two equations I'm writing as it is, minus m square 0 to LE wi into theta e dx bar is equal to weight function at 0. Okay, now this term I will call it as Q1E. Okay, into Q1E plus weight function at LE, and this term I will call it as Q2E. Q2E. Q2E, right? Is it okay? Or is it okay or not? Okay, yes or no? So let me call this as equation number 1, right? Now see, all of you, what advantage we got. See, this was the equation, d square theta by dx square minus m square theta. This was the equation, which was second order differential equation. Okay, so we have applied weighted residual techniques and we have make it weak. Okay, so the equation which was second order, it got reduced to now first order, right? Now equation got reduced to first order. Is it okay, all of you? Is it okay or not? Let me know. Is it okay or not? See, now see, based on this, the approximate solution, if we try to write down, its order will be higher. Now, based on this, if we try to write down the approximate solution, its order will be lower. Then we need to solve with the less constants. Okay, that is the advantage we will get. Right? So let us solve it. So now we need to solve this equation. We need to solve this equation. We require theta. We require derivative of theta, right? We require weight function. We require derivative of weight function. Okay, so theta we need to write down. So what value of theta we shall take? Okay, so see all of you. So what value of theta I'm writing? So let theta e is equal to, as like last derivation, it is 1 minus x bar by LE. Okay, theta 1e plus x bar by LE theta 2e. Try to understand from where it is came. Okay, if you recap in the last lecture only, in the last lecture, I have just taken the same equation. If you want, I will just show it to you. Okay, let me show that. See, you can see this was a numerical which we have taken in the last lecture. Okay, so see here, what value of u we have written? U 1 minus x bar by LE u1e, x bar by LE u2e. because u was a variable. So here, instead of u, what we have theta. So u, I have just replaced it by theta. Nothing else I done. Okay. Is it okay? Is it okay or not? Let me know. Because there was u which was the displacement, which was the variable. Now here theta, which is the temperature, here is the displacement, right? Here is the variable, right? See, all of you see here, displacement is a primary variable. Okay, similarly theta, that is temperature, is again a primary variable, right? Are you able to get it or not? Let me know it. Are you able to get this?
No, sir.
See, when you write down the equation like this, see, stiffness into temperature is given by heat, right? Stiffness into temperature is given by heat. So what is theta here? It's a temperature. Same sort of equation you used to write down, na? Stiffness into displacement is given by force. Okay, so whenever there was a force, there is a displacement. Whenever there is heat, there will be temperature, right? That is how it works. Okay, so out of this, I will call this term as N1. So this is N1 into theta 1e. Similarly, this term I will call it as N2. So N2 into theta 2, right? N1 into theta 1e plus N2 into theta 2. Right? Now let us see where if you just see where N1 and N2 are shape functions. Try to understand. They are shape functions. Okay, we will see this derivation in detail in the next chapter from where it is came. Okay, so these N1 and N2, they are the shape functions. N1 and N2, they are the shape functions. Okay, now let's see. We got the value of theta now. We require derivative of theta, right? So let us calculate derivative of theta with respect to x bar. Okay, when you differentiate it with x bar, what happens? Derivative of 1 is 0. What you will get? Minus 1 by LE, right? Minus 1 by LE into theta 1e plus, here again it's 1 by LE theta 2, right? 1 by LE theta 2, 1 by LE theta. Is it okay, all of you? See, just take the derivative, just differentiate this term with respect to x bar. So this is what you will get, right? So see, all of you try to understand here. In case of an Rayleigh-Ritz method, weight functions are shape functions. Okay, in case of an Rayleigh-Ritz method, weight functions are the shape functions. Okay, what is the meaning of that? Okay, what is the value of W1? It is simply equal to N1. What is the value of W2? It is simply equal to N2. Okay, so value of W1, see, you can see we require weight function. You can see we required weight function. We required derivative of weight function. We required weight function at 0. We required weight function at LE. So same what we have done for the previous problem, I am doing the same. So W1, first weight function, is equal to N1, and N1 is what? 1 minus x bar by LE. 1 minus x bar by LE. Similarly, second weight function, W2 is equal to N2, and N2 is what? X bar by LE, right? It is x bar by LE. X bar by LE, right? Now let us calculate derivative of weight function. Let's calculate derivative of first weight function with respect to x bar. What is the derivative of first weight function with respect to x bar? It is minus 1 by LE. Minus 1 by LE, right? What is the derivative of second weight function with respect to x bar?
1 by LE.
It is 1 by LE, right?
1
It's
by
1 by
LE.
LE. 1 by LE, right? See, we require, which you can see, we require weight function. We require derivative of weight function. Similarly, we require weight function when x is 0 and weight function when x is LE. Okay. So in first weight function, if you put x is equal to 0, if you put x bar as 0, then 0 by this is 0. So weight function is equal to 1. Right? Similarly, in first weight function, when you put x bar is equal to LE, when you put x bar is equal to LE, LE by LE is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. Right? Similarly here, in second weight function, if you put x is 0, when you put x 0, weight function is 0. Okay, when you put x is equal to LE, your weight function is 1. X bar is equal to LE, when you put LE by LE is 1, your weight function is 1. Is it okay, all of you? Let me know, is it okay or not? Is it clear? Right? Now let us solve the equation. Let us solve this equation. Okay, so I will just rewrite this equation number. Okay, equation. I'll just rewrite the equation number 1 by considering first weight function. Okay, so I'll just write down it as, okay, integration 0 to LE, integration 0 to LE. Try to understand. dw1. See, I have written I have not written dwi. I have written dw1. Now I will put it as 1 and I will write down the equation. So dw1 by dx bar into d theta e by dx bar into dx bar plus m square 0 to LE plus m square 0 to LE w1 theta e dx bar is equal to w1 0 q1 e plus w1 LE q2 e. Is it okay, all of you? Is it okay or not? Instead of I have put it as 1. Okay. First weight function I will solve. So let us solve it. So 0 integration 0 to LE dw1 by dx. You can see dw1 by dx bar. It's minus 1 by LE, right? Minus 1 by LE. You can check this. Minus 1 by LE. D theta e by dx bar. See, this is the value, right? So I'll just write down that bracket into minus 1 by LE into minus 1 by LE. Okay, minus 1 by LE. Okay, theta 1 e plus 1 by LE theta 2 e. Okay, into dx bar, right? See, dw1 by dx bar, d theta e by dx bar into dx bar plus m square 0 to LE, m square 0 to LE, w1 first weight function. It is 1 minus x bar by LE, 1 minus x bar by LE into theta e. Now see, you can see this is the equation for theta e. This I need to write down. Complete equation I need to write down. Okay, so I'll just write down 1 minus x bar by LE, 1 minus x bar by LE, theta 1 e plus x bar by LE, theta 2 e, right? Into dx bar is equal to, see, into dx bar will be there. Okay, into dx bar is equal to w1 when 0. You can see w1 when 0 is 1. Right? So this is 1 into q1 e plus w1 when LE is 0, right? So 0 into q2 e, right? So let us solve this equation. Let's solve this equation. Okay, let's solve it. So how we will solve it? Okay, now see, all of you, from here also, if you take minus 1 by LE common, if you take minus 1 by LE and this is minus 1 by LE, you will get 1 by LE square, right? So that 1 by LE square will come out. What is remaining is integration 0 to LE, What is remaining? It's if you take minus 1 by LE common, so you will get it as theta 1 e minus theta 2 e into dx bar. Try to understand. Minus 1 by LE we are taking common. So you'll get this minus 1 by LE square 0 to LE q theta 1 e minus theta 2 e into dx bar plus m square. Okay, now see here you need to multiply, right? You need to multiply m square. Okay, let us multiply this to this into this we need to do. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just put a what you can say, bigger bracket I'll put. Okay, so see this into this we need to do, right? So I'll just write down that integration 0 to LE, right? So see this into this, what it becomes? Okay, it's square, na? 1 minus x bar by LE square. So how you used to write down it? 1 minus
square
2x bar by LE minus x bar square by LE square. Is it okay, all of you? Into what? Theta 1 into theta 1 e Okay, into theta 1 e into dx bar. Try to understand. Into dx bar. Is it okay? Yes or no? Is it okay, all of you? Yes or no? Right? Plus,
Yes,
plus I will
sir.
write down. Right? Plus, again, this term multiplied by this term, right? This into this, right? Let's do that. So 0 to LE, 0 to LE. See, what you will get? 1 into this is same term, x bar by LE. Right? X bar by LE. You'll get some term. 1 into this is same term. And x bar by LE into x bar by LE. Okay, you will get x bar square by LE square, right? By LE square. Okay, try to understand. Into what? Into theta 2. Okay, into, see, this is to be multiplied by theta 2. Into theta 2. Okay, into dx bar. Into dx bar. Then only we will complete the bracket. Is it okay, all of you? Then only we can complete the bracket. Right? Now let us solve it. Let us solve it. Okay, how will solve it? Can anybody let me know how to solve this equation? How we will solve it? Okay, so 1 by LE square. 1 by LE square. Again, this will come out. Okay, theta 1e minus theta 2e. Okay, so this will come out. What is remaining? Integration 0 to LE. Okay, dx bar. Try to understand. Integration 0 to LE dx bar. Okay, plus m square inside a bracket. Inside a bracket. Okay, let us integrate it. Let's integrate this. Okay, so how will integrate that? Let me know how to integrate it. Let me know how to integrate these values. See here only that is remaining. E is equal to this one. E is equal to q1. Okay, E is equal to q1. Okay, let's integrate it. How will integrate? What is integration of 1? It's x bar, right?
X.
Integration of 1 is x bar. Minus 2 by LE. 2 by LE as it is. What is the integration of x bar? It is x bar square by 2, right? Minus 1 by LE square as it is. What is the integration of x bar square? It is x bar cube by 3 for the limit 0 to LE. For the limit 0 to LE, right? Into theta 1e. Into theta 1e, right? Yes or no? Plus, I will write down this term. I'll integrate it. So 1 by LE as it is. Integration of x bar. So it's x bar square by 2, right? X bar square by 2 minus 1 by LE square as it is. Integration of x bar square. It is x bar cube by 3. X bar cube by 3 into theta 2. Into theta 2. Is it okay? Into theta 2. Is it okay? Yes or no? Okay, so now let us solve it. So what we'll get is theta 1e minus theta 2e upon LE square, integration of dx bar is x bar, right? X bar. Try to understand. Integration of dx bar is x bar for the limit 0 to LE. For the limit 0 to LE. Okay, that is nothing but, see, if you want, I'll just write down one more step. So it is x bar for the limit 0 to LE. X bar for the limit 0 to LE, right? So is plus m square. Now you put x bar as LE, right? Just put x bar as LE. What you'll get? Just here. Just put x bar as LE. Okay, so this is LE minus 2 by LE into LE square by 2 into LE square by 2 minus 1 by LE square into LE cube by 3. Okay, theta 1e plus 1 by LE square by 2. See, I am putting x bar as LE now because I am putting the upper limit. See here, 0 to LE is the upper limit, right? 0 to LE. Okay, so minus 1 by LE square and x bar I am putting as LE. So this is LE cube by 3. LE cube by 3. See, it is somewhat what we can say lengthier one. Okay, so into what? Into theta 2 into theta 2. Is it okay? Into theta, right? So what you'll get here? We'll get, see, LE minus 0 is LE, and this LE and one more LE. One LE gets cancelled here. What is remaining? Theta 1 E minus theta 2 E upon LE, right? Plus M square, and what is remaining here? Can you tell me what is remaining here? M square into this term. What is that? See here, 2 gets cancelled. Here you will get 2 gets cancelled. Here is one LE, right? So LE and minus LE gets cancelled. What is remaining? LE, here LE by 3, right? LE by 3 is remaining. So LE by 3 into theta 1 E plus, here also LE by 2 minus LE by 3 is remaining, right? One LE get cancelled. So it is LE by 2 minus LE by 3. So that is nothing but LE by 6. LE by 6 into theta 2 E into theta 2. Is it okay? Is equal to Q1E. See, I'll just write down here. Is equal to Q1E is equal to Q1E. Is it okay? All of you? Is it okay or not? Let me know. Right? So this is taking first weight function. This is taking first weight function. Okay, we need to solve it taking one more weight function. We need to solve it by taking second weight function. So let's do that. So see, I'll just replace here W1 by W2, right? So 0 to LE, try to understand. dW2 by dx bar into d theta E by dx bar into dx bar plus M square 0 to LE W2 theta E dx bar. Just I am replacing W1 by W2. Nothing else I am doing. Is equal to W2 when 0 Q1E plus W2 when LE Q2. Right? W2 when LE Q2. Right? So let's solve it. Now let's put the values. 0 to LE. Okay, dW2 by, you can see this, dW2 by dx bar. dW2 by dx bar. You can see the value. It's 1 by LE. Okay, value is 1 by LE. This value is 1 by LE. d theta I by dx bar. This is the value, right? This value is minus 1 by LE theta 1E plus 1 by LE theta 2. Okay, into dx bar plus M square 0 to LE W2 is this one, x bar by LE. Okay, into theta E. So this is theta E, right? So this is theta E. So this is 1 minus x bar by LE theta 1E plus x bar by LE theta 2E. Okay, dx bar. See, dx bar, right? Dx bar is equal to W2 when 0. W2 when 0 is 0. So 0 into Q1E plus W2 when LE. W2 when LE is 1. So 1 into Q2E. 1 into Q2. Okay. Is it okay with this one or not? Let me know. Okay. So see what we'll do here. Okay. Again, from the numerator, these two terms, we'll take minus 1 by LE common, right? Minus 1 by LE, we'll take it common. Okay. Or let's say we'll take 1 by LE common. So when we'll take 1 by LE common, we will get 1 by LE square. 1 by LE square, 0 to LE. 1 by LE square, 0 to LE. Okay. What is remaining? It's minus theta 1E plus theta 2E into dx bar. See, this is only remaining, right? We'll take 1 by LE common. Okay. So we'll get this term plus M square. Okay. Now we need to multiply this, right? M square. So inside a bracket, I will write down 0 to LE. This into this term, right? So I'll just write down this as x bar by LE minus x bar square by LE square. This into this into theta 1E plus again 0 into, okay, 0 to LE. See again 0 to LE, x bar by LE into this term. Okay, so this becomes x bar square by LE square, okay, into theta 2E into dx bar, right? Is equal to Q2E is equal to Q2. right? You can see. Just I have multiplied this to this and then this to this. That is what is written. Right? Now let us solve it. Let's solve this one. Okay, so it will get short solve immediately. You can see that.
ये कितना बड़ा है
So
सर
see,
ये?
so this 1 by L square, okay, minus theta 1 E plus theta 2 E. You can check it. Okay, minus theta 1 E plus theta 2 E. Okay, divided by L square. Now integration 0 to L E dx bar. You can check it. Integration 0 to L E dx bar. Okay, because minus theta 1 E plus theta 2 E, I will take it out. Dx bar plus m square. Okay, now I will integrate this term. Okay, so I'll just integrate. What is the integration of 1 by L E as it is? Integration of x bar is x bar cube by 3 minus 1 by L E square as it is. You can check 1 by L E square as it is. Integration of x bar square, it is x bar cube by 3 for the limit 0 to L. Okay, so I just integrated it. I've given the limit into theta 1 plus now I'll integrate this term. So 1 by L E square as it is, integration of x bar square. So it's x bar cube by 3 for the limit 0 to L E into theta 2 into theta 2. Is it okay, all of you? Let me know. Simple integration is there. Okay. So let's solve it. So what you'll get here, minus theta 1 E plus theta 2 E, okay, upon L E square as it is. Okay, integration of dx bar, it's x bar for the limit 0 to L E, right? 0 to L E plus m square. Okay, now I'll just write down this term. Okay, let us put upper limit minus lower limit. Let's put upper limit minus lower limit. So what will get 1 by L E, instead of x bar, you put L E. Okay, so it's L E cube by 3 minus 1 by L E square. Again, L E cube by 3. I will not put lower limit. So when you put lower limit, obviously you will get 0 value. No need to put that. Okay. Into theta 1 E plus 1 by L E square into L E cube by 3. Okay. Theta 2 E. Okay. This is the equation you will get when you put the limits. Okay. I just put the limit. Upper limit I will not put lower limit because obviously it's a 0 value. So let's simplify it. So this you can see here, LE minus 0 you will get. LE minus 0. So one LE gets cancelled. So what is remaining? Okay, let me write down that. Minus theta 1 E plus theta 2 E upon LE square. Okay, into LE minus 0. You can check. Plus m square. Okay, what you will get here? See, LE by 3 minus. See, you can check it. If you want, I'll just write down this. Okay, this is LE by 3 minus. Okay. See what you are getting. You can check it. See, you can check it here. See, integration of x bar. It's basically x bar x. Okay, x square by 2. Okay, this is x square by 2, right? This is x. This integration is x square by 2. You can check it. See, integration of this x bar is x square by 2. Okay, so this should be LE by 2, right? This should be LE by 2. Similarly, this will be LE by 3. LE by 3. Okay, into theta 1 E plus this is LE by 3 theta 2. Right? LE by 3 theta 2. Okay, now let's solve it. So what we'll get? We'll get minus theta 1 E plus theta 2 E upon LE, right? Plus m square into bracket. Okay, LE by 2 minus LE by 3 is LE by 6. LE by 6 theta 1 E plus LE by 3 theta 2 E is equal to Q2. Is equal to Q2. You can check it. Is equal to QP. Right? Is equal to Q2. Okay, so with this we will be finishing. Okay, with this we will be finishing. So let me show you. Okay, what exactly we got. You
सर
can
बहुत
check.
हार्ड है ये सर.
Yes. Okay. See, you found to be it's hard. It's not like that. Okay, it's very easy to solve. Okay, let's compare this equation. Okay, let us call this as equation number 2. Okay, and let's compare this equation. Okay, let's see this equation. Okay, now combine the equation 2 and 3. Okay, so we will combine equation 2 and 3. We will combine the equation 2 and 3. So what we'll get? See here. Okay, so see how I'm writing. I'll just writing as 1 by LE into 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. Okay, into Q1E Q2E. Okay, plus okay, see here all of you, m square LE by 6 2112 into theta to E is given by Q1E Q2E. Try to understand. See here, this is theta, right? This is theta. This is again theta. Okay, theta 1E, theta 2E plus this is again theta. Both are theta. If you want, I'll just highlight it. Theta 2E is equal to Q1 and Q2. You can see. Just compare these two equations or just combine these two equations. So what you will get? You will get basically the element matrix equation. You will get the element matrix equation. In the first chapter, we have directly used this. We don't know from where it has came. Okay, now you will understand from where it is came. So it has came, okay, by solving what? By solving the governing differential equation by using Rayleigh-Ritz method. So when you solve the governing differential equation by using Rayleigh-Ritz method, okay, what will end? We will end with the element matrix equation. Is it okay? All of you, is it okay or not?